All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kwakadash. That belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations to those for electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening to this truth with heart sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your houses. All right, the title and topic of this lesson, all right, is basically going to be on famine, all right, shortages, all right, and the times of Jacob's trouble. All right, because there's constantly a lot of things that's happening in the planet Earth that is showing us the times that we are in and the times that we are entering into. All right, there's this whole thing going on with the shoremen, the longshoremen, with these docks, these shipping docks having strikes, and goods are not being able to come into Babylon, causing a widespread panic, causing shortages, causing inflation. You even have certain places, all right. I forgot where this location was, where it was located, but it's somewhere in Babylon where they had some Elamites that was charging, I believe it was $10 a gallon. All right, so hey, as we are inching closer and closer to the end, prepare to see more wide cases of widespread panic. Prepare to see more shortages. All right, prepare to see just full out anarchy and people just bugging out. All right, people aren't used to these type of things. All right, when all this happening right now, with all this happening right now, people are saying, this is like the times of the Crown Royal. When that C-19 was going out and there was a lot of shortages. All right, and now it's happening again. I got this article from the End Time Headlines that I want to read, and it's titled "Panic Buying Already Happening Amid Dock Worker Strike." All right, read some of it here. It says there are some reports of panic buying in the Hampton Roads area the day U.S. dock workers went on strike, which shut down ports on the east and Gulf coasts. All right. And also, they're saying that every day that the strike continues, all right, it causes the Babylonian economy to lose, I believe it was $5 billion. All right, I think it gives them a $5 billion hit every day, if I'm not mistaken. So, hey, this bad. We're truly witnessing the downfall of Babylon. We're truly seeing a nation fall. We're seeing the economic collapse of Babylon happen before our eyes. All right, the value of U.S. dollar is already going down. All right, with the BRICS. All right, this place, doesn't have that same that dollar doesn't have that same power, like it used to. All right. Continuing on, it says Wave viewers have sent photos of long lines at a BJ's wholesale club in Hampton where some items like toilet paper were in shorter supply, and of a Walmart in Yorkton where paper towels, water, and other items were in low supply. All right, someone says, I didn't expect that everything was sold out. Disinfectant sprays almost like a little C-19, said Hampton Road resident Elizabeth Hollis. Right now, and I said that earlier, right? People are looking at this and having quote unquote PTSD or flashbacks from when there was a lot of shortages when that whole Crown Royal was going out. It says it's important to point out that while the strike is expected to have significant effects on the global supply chain, things like toilet paper and paper towels are mostly produced in the U.S., so supplies of those shouldn't be impacted as much as imported products, such as electronics and car and machinery parts. Where we're looking to buy a car, and now I'm wondering, are the prices going to be higher now that the inventory is going to be low? Do we wait it out? Said Hampton Roads resident Deborah Franklin. Experts say the grocery products uh, that will be impacted the most include things like bananas and tropical fruits. About 75% of bananas in the U.S. enter through East Coast and Gulf Coast ports, and imported alcohol like beer and wine from Europe and Caribbean spirits like rum. Overall, though, experts warn that while you might be still able to find items, companies will likely pass on that added cost associated with the snarled supply chain to consumers. George Berry, a local trucker in Hampton Roads who heard the Ford Truckers by Truckers advocacy group, told Wavy Tuesday morning that consumers should start preparing for some things to be in shorter supply. All right, so hey, you know, Babylon, a lot of things that Babylon gets or has, It's important. Majority of the goods that is sold in America is imported from other nations. All right, and a lot of that is coming from those ports on the East Coast. All right, East Coast, the Gulf Coast. All right, and I believe this strike is happening all from Texas all the way to I believe Maine, if I'm not mistaken. So that whole East Coast, the lower southern part, southeast part of Babylon is, going through this strike, man. All right, so they're saying, hey, prepare to see shortages, and goods that's getting imported. Prepare to see, markup prices, inflation. All right, and people are barely getting to buy in this place, man. Right, you know, the cost of living is already up. So imagine with a more inflation, like scripture sexually paraphrase, it's like, put money in that bag of holes, man. People are constantly working, but hey, the wages aren't meeting the criteria, so to say, of the daily needs in Babylon, man. All right, so this place is truly done. It's finished. We're seeing this place collapse. We're seeing the economy collapse before this place, man. This place is truly on its last leg. I seen this meme. I saw this meme that said, I'm watching the season finale of Babylon right now. We're watching the season finale of Babylon because this place is done. It is at its last leg. All right, it is on a downward spiral, man. Okay, and you got those Babylonians that think that this place will never fall, that think that this place is, the going to, be prolonged forever and ever. In reality, is not. All right, you know, look at what's happening. Okay, you have their own citizens can barely survive in this place, man. All right, this place is finished. But this is showing you, the times that we are in where shortages are happening, inflation, and these things are going to cause widespread panic, even though it already is basically, and that's also going to, lead to, a lot of, looting, a lot of uproars of the people, a lot of, widespread panic, all right, so, hey, in the times of Jacob's trouble, this place is going to be a full blown free for all. They got, a Call of Duty map, one of the game modes is free for all, where it's basically every man for themselves. That's what it's going to be like for these people out here, man. All right. But those that have the knowledge and wisdom of these scriptures are going to be stable. As the scripture says, knowledge and wisdom should be a stability at that time, man. All right. So, us that is in the know, we're going to be stable while these people are panicking. Why these people are seeing the stores, go empty. The shortages, the inflation, they're gonna be panicking. But us that understand and have that wisdom, knowledge, and understand the scriptures, we're gonna be cool, calm, and collect, man. We're gonna be happy and excited for these things, man. While people are mourning and crying and complaining about this, we are happy and excited and cheering when we see these things, because these are signs to let us know that we are at the end of this wicked rulership and are inching closer to the beginning of a righteous rulership, man. All right, and that's ultimately what we want. We want the kingdom. All right, and as this place collapses more and more, that just means we're inching closer and closer to the kingdom. All right, this is Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, verse 7, and reads, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right, the time of Jacob's trouble is a time that has never, ever before been seen on the planet Earth. All right, a time that nothing could be compared to, man. All right, it's gonna be the worst time ever. All right, we're gonna see a lot of of neighbors against neighbors. A lot of destruction, a lot of uproars. A lot of death. All right, just full blown anarchy, the purge on steroids. All right, you know. But the servants of Yahweh Bashim Ashai are going to be well kept and protected and delivered out of those times. All right. While these people are, bugging out trying to, get a meal, the servants of Yahweh Bashim Ashai are going to be fed. They're going to be kept. They're going to receive drink. They're going to be rejoicing. They're going to be good. All right. While these other people are out here bugged out, This is Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, verse 22, and it reads, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And that's, what's happening with this shortage that's happening, due to these dock workers. All right, you go into these stores, and items that were at such a high quantity are virtually gone. All right, or gone. Shortages. All right, inflation. Hiked up prices of things that are, you know, usually at a very lower price. All right, you know, so prepare for these. All right, whenever you watch these apocalyptic type movies, you see, those stores, they're, in the movies, those grocery stores are always like empty, looted out already, you know. All right, they even have experts that say, in events of, situations like this, that, goods will be gone within, hours, basically, man. You know, within at least like 72 hours, goods will be gone, out the stores. All right. So, hey, these are the times that we are in. This is why we need, Yahweh Shema Shah. All right. Because without having that hedge of protection, without serving the Lord, all right, if you're not serving the Lord in these times that we're coming into, you're going to be in a terrible case. You know, if you like to eat, if you like to drink, have something to drink and eat, you know, and serve Yahweh Shema Shah, because his servants are the ones that's going to be eating and drinking. All right. This is Matthew 24, verse 7, and it reads, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." All right. And we are seeing precursors to these things, and we are seeing some of these things already. We're seeing a lot of, earthquakes in various places. We're seeing a lot of natural disasters happening. All right. Florida just got hit with a hurricane that, caused a lot of people to lose their homes. All right. We're seeing famines, all right, happen due to the shortages, due to the dock workers. All right. We're seeing, pestilences, and so forth, man. All right. So these are the times that we are in. All right. And don't forget, we also seeing, nation divided, man. All right, and this is second Ezra the 15th chapter, verse 15. It reads, For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." And hey, that's what's gonna happen, man. Be prepared to see, neighbors putting each other to death, best friends putting each other to death, neighbors kicking down another neighbor door for, a half a bottle of water, a half-eaten apple, things of that sort, man. All right, it's gonna be full blown anarchy when people don't have the necessities to basically live, food, water, things of that sort. All right, the whole ability to have rational thought or to be civilized is out the window. All right, when there's no type of quote unquote law, no type of law. People don't think about the consequences because there's no law. They just bug out, man. So when there's full blown anarchy, Jacob's trouble is popping off at its peak. All right, going to be seeing looting, cannibalism. You're gonna see, neighbor against neighbor. A whole bunch of murders. It's gonna be full blown anarchy. All right, and what's happening with the dark workers is just basically like a precursor, all right, to what's to come. All right, this is why we need to seek the Lord. This is why we need to serve Yahweh Shema Shah, because hey, when these devils come down with that martial law, all right, we're gonna need divine intervention. All right, divine intervention is gonna be the only way. All right, we're gonna be kept in these times. We're gonna need the Lord. All right, because these devils gonna come down with the wrath that has never ever been before seen on the planet Earth, and the time that we are coming into is a time that has never ever before been seen on the planet Earth. All right, but hey, Lord willing, the sons edifying to the elect of Israel. With that being said, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kwakadash, that belongs to the elders and apostles of great millstone who well. Peace, blessings, salutations to those electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening on to this truth with our sincerity. Until next time, shalom, hand the ball, Kwame Sharala, shalom.